British MPs urge Boris Johnson to take action over Iran regime's human rights abuses. British lawmakers on Thursday called on the United Kingdom government to focus on human rights in its policy on Iran and to recognize the right of the Iranian people to overthrow their dictators. Cross-party members of parliament urged Prime Minister Boris Johnson to press the United Nations to hold Iran's regime accountable for human rights abuses, in particular for the 1988 massacre of 30,000 political prisoners. Iranian opposition leader Maryam Rajavi sent a message to the parliamentary event, which was hosted by the British Parliamentary Committee for Iran Freedom and which marked the World Day against the death penalty. The flagrant violations of human rights of the people of Iran, including continuing executions, are being justified by the policy of appeasement and silence pursued by Western governments, Maryam Rajavi said. The policy of appeasement enables the clerical regime to take advantage of its diplomatic centers and continue its terrorism on European soil, and to attack vessels in international water, and strike at oil facilities in neighboring countries, Mrs. Rajavi added. U.S. will continue its maximum pressure campaign against Iran's regime. Speaking on Wednesday at the Senate's Foreign Relations Committee, Brian Hook, U.S. Special Representative for Iran, asserted that Washington's policy concerning Tehran is based on exerting maximum pressure on Iran and pushing it into further diplomatic isolation. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has visited the UN Security Council to highlight the expiration of the arms embargo on Iran in 2020, Hook affirmed, adding, "The UN Security Council needs to renew the arms embargo before it expires." However, the U.S. Special Representative for Iran warned that if Tehran's missile program is not contained, a regional war might ensue. Iran-backed militias deployed as snipers in Iraq protests. Sources. Reuters reported on October 17 that Iran-backed militias deployed as snipers on Baghdad rooftops during the Iraq's deadliest anti-government protests in years, two Iraqi officials told Reuters. "We have confirmed evidence that the snipers were elements of militias, reporting directly to their commander instead of the chief commander of the armed forces," said one of the Iraqi security sources to Reuters. They belong to a group that is very close to the Iranians. For years, the National Council of Resistance of Iran warned the international community of the Iranian regime's devastating role in Iraq and urged the international community to cut the hands of the mullah's regime from countries in the Middle East. U.S. deeply concerned about China ships carrying Iran oil. The White House is warning Chinese shipping companies against turning off their ships' transponders to hide Iranian oil shipments in violation of U.S. sanctions, two senior administration officials said. "We've been messaging very heavily to the shipping companies. You don't want to do that, it's not worth it," said one official who spoke to Reuters on condition of anonymity. "It's incredibly dangerous and irresponsible behavior," he added. The sanctions are aimed at quashing Iran's nuclear ambitions, ballistic missile program, and influence in Syria, Iraq, and other countries. Its oil exports have fallen to less than 400,000 barrels per day from about 2.5 million per day.